Greasy's gonna fucking love this. I've come across another feminist. Oh shit. This is what I was saying yesterday. More of these people exist than don't exist. That's the most scariest thing about it nowadays, is most of these people, they exist. They exist more than that they don't exist. These people that constantly fucking defend women. But in this case, this person was is a feminist. Play or something. Play on me, motherfucker. So, madness, absolute fucking madness, matey. So, yeah, Greavesy will love this. I want to know why these people continuously defend women, even when they're shown they're wrong on occasions. I would love to know why they do it. You know? So I think I need to do another video on this, and I need to actually leave it up there. I woke up to a load of fucking bullshit. And look, all of these messages again just completely got dismissed. As per usual. Sometimes we need to like. I was talking to this woman on Reddit, right? And I was saying, she said that she's had bad experience. I was saying how I've had bad experience, and I showed her my struggles. And basically, as soon as I said, "Oh, like women go for like dickheads and reta-teta-teta, like this and that," all of a sudden, she just wrote me a paragraph completely dismissing my struggles and making stuff up. All it is a pity party for women. At the end of the day, when they try and sit there and say about a man trying to get a pity party, that's exactly what these people are trying to do. Every single time they keep victimizing them, time and time and time and time again, right? This woman was like, "Oh, yeah, your approaches were fucking good. It's a good way to approach someone." And I've showed her like women that's led me on and shit multiple times, and she said, "Oh, well, the way you approach them is very pushy with a negative attitude about it." Just resorted to making stuff up. So this is what I'm trying to say. They can't admit that they're wrong. I don't understand. Like, they can never admit that they're wrong ever. Ever. It's not even like they said, "Oh, in 5 of these you're wrong, and in 5 of them they're wrong." Nope. They won't take any accountability for anything that they do just because they've got a cunt between their legs. It's fucking mental, bro. Like, I can't believe what I was reading. They just resort to making stuff up and dismissing the struggles. They don't, no one will, and there's no one that understands. All they're going to keep doing is victimizing them, making excuses for them. And I'm fucking tired of it. This is why I don't get into these arguments anymore. I didn't think I'd be getting into any of these arguments anymore. Why do they keep dismissing people's struggles? It's fucking annoying. You know, I asked my mum this earlier. She says, "Oh, because they're ignorant, because they're ignorant." I said, "No, I want to know right here, right now, why do these people keep dismissing my struggles?" I've asked this about 1,000,000 times, and I'm losing my voice when I'm asking it. Why do you keep defending them? Fuck's sake, bro. Someone must have an answer. The fact that we don't have any unbiased people now is very, very scary. Why are you talking about the undateables? We're not talking about the undateables. We're talking about these cunts keep dismissing people's struggles. No one cares, bro. They literally do not like being wrong. Oh, and another thing, yesterday I was speaking to someone on Reddit, and they said, "Oh yeah, some women don't give blowjobs because they do what they like." And you never guess what I got told when I said I don't give women oral. Bye bye, spastic. We're not dealing with you little self-projectors today. No one cares about you. You never guess what they said. Gay, homo. If you don't lick a woman's fanny, you're gay. But if a woman doesn't give a blowjob, it's just what they like. It's so biased. How does anyone not see how sexist this is? I got called weak-minded because I didn't want to keep dealing with toxic women year after year after year as a 28-year-old man. Skint again. That's self-projecting, Kevin. That's not even going to get a response. Self-projectors don't get a response. Anyways, so yeah, that's crazy. So I guess she's I guess she's a. It's frowned upon. Yeah, it is. It's frowned upon where I'm from. I know exactly what it is, bro. But it doesn't matter whether it's frowned upon or not. I know what it is. It's frowned upon. But if you don't like eating pussy, why should you be classed as gay? But if they don't want to suck a dick, oh well, that's completely fine. They just don't want to do it. You know, they just don't want to do it. The double standards is insane. You'd be very, very lucky. You would be very found someone nowadays that weren't biased. You'd be very, 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 very lucky because they're either incels or they're people that just suck up to women. So you never really get people that are unbiased now, except for me. I'm unbiased, even though people want to try and call me names. They just defend anything that they do. Why? I don't understand why. And even then, they still kick you from the podcast. It's not even like they've said, "Oh, you was wrong here. They were wrong here. You were wrong here. They were wrong here." They never say that. They never think that they're wrong. It's mad. Even though you show them blatant evidence, blatant black and white evidence, it's madness. It's madness with these people. She's a feminist. I guess she's had bad experiences with men, and she, you know, it's like as soon as I showed her women doing wrong, bam, she went at me. Why? Because I said that women go for dickheads and then moan that all men are the same. Well, they do that. Well, they do that. So if you don't like the truth, then don't come my way. That is the truth. That is the truth that they go for the same stereotypical dickhead. Right? Just because they don't abuse them at first. Nah, no, this was from Reddit. Just because you don't enjoy, just because you don't know that the person's an abuser from the get go, it doesn't know you don't know what they're about. So stop making it seem like you don't know what these men are like. Fuck off, mate. Because if that was the case, people would be going for me. You know, so it's which I don't want them to. I don't care, but I'm saying as an example, if it was to use an example, when I've tried in the past, it's bullshit. It's absolute bollocks, mate. They all suck up to women. And I'm not accepting no double standards. Fuck the double standards. It's fucking disgusting. I'm not no fucking simp. I'm not no fucking white knight trying to say that I'm gay because I don't want to lick fanny. But then if they don't want to suck dick, oh, it's just because they don't want to do it. Fucking, it is mad. The double standards are mad. She can't own me again because she didn't own me in the first place. She didn't own me in the first place. So, I mean, so I hate them, me. I hate women, bro. I fucking hate them. Oh, this guy's from. I hated me. And I'm an unbiased person. I'm an unbiased person. Remember, I've had women and I've had sex before, you try and say, and I hate them. That's what happens when you've been dealing with women for years. You actually know what they're like. So I know what they're like. So that's why. And I'm completely unbiased as well. So it's madness, that is. Because let's just say that you're wrong, right, on some of these on some of these messages. There's no way you was wrong every single fucking time. Let's just say that you was right on 3 out of 10, or maybe 2 out of 10 of these screenshots, right? Let's use this analogy. Let's say that you was right on 2 or 3 of them. Nope, 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 nope. Straight to victimizing women. Nope, 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 nope. Even though they've blatantly played games and led you on. It's like anyone would think that they don't take accountability for anything. Why is that? Why is that? They're not children. They're not babies. They're adults like men. This is the bit I don't understand. They're not innocent. Like men are not innocent. Why do you keep pussyfooting around them like they're babies or they're some kind of toddler that don't know what the fuck they're doing? Banger, bro. It's banger. It's what I'm saying. It's the truth. It is the fucking truth, you know? I'm sick of these white knights and these simps and these fucking feminist women. It's fucking disgusting. It's disgusting, mate. Absolutely disgusting. I fucking hate him, bro. And then and then you're being called weak-minded because you don't want to deal with toxic women, because you don't want to deal with their toxic shit. You're weak. Said a simp. You know what? I'm going to do a video to all you simp white knights and feminists out there, right? That's what I'm going to do, mate. And I'm going to send it to every fucking cunt that I've argued with. Yeah, I'll probably even start my own podcast because I'm sick of their shit, you know? And some women, I think some women are just like, where they've had bad experiences with men, the men that they very much choose, mind you, they seem to think women are all innocent. So when you say that a woman has done wrong, they go straight on the defense mode. Well, they don't know what they're doing. And then you proceed to show them a load of shit of what they've done, and then they still deny it. You know, madness. It's mad. Trying to say someone's gay because they don't suck, because they don't want to because they don't want to eat fatty. But if a woman don't want to suck dick, that's completely fine. Not giving oral does not make someone gay. And you know what I called that guy? I called him a little copycat. Yes, I did. I showed him a picture of the ginger cat and I was like, meow, you little copycat. I said, that's you little copycat. That's you little copycat. You need to stop the skin stuff, bro. It's getting really boring now. The self-projected repeating is getting really, really boring now, bro. Stop it. It's really, really boring now. So yeah, I called him a little copycat. There was someone on Reddit. I called him a little copycat. He said that I'm gay if I don't eat vagina. You little copycat. You little copycat. That's what I said to him. You little copycat. Fucking anything to fit in with the crowd. It's the same as saying fucking Cheryl Cole was not attractive and you're gay. That's copying. That's copying the crowd. That's copying the street brawl crowd. Wanted to fit in. They want to feel left out. We all know another certain person that likes to fit in. Oh, I showed him a picture of this cat, bro, obviously. Meow. Copycat. You little copycat. You little copycat. You little copycat. So if you don't like giving someone oral, you're gay. So that means you automatically like dick. Really? Do you know what? I think people really need to start learning the definition of gay. I really, really think people need to look in the Urban Dictionary if they still exist. Not being gay doesn't mean that you don't like Cheryl Cole. Not being gay doesn't mean that you don't like eating some fucking smelly ass fanny that you don't know where it's been. That's not gay. I can assure you that doesn't automatically mean that you like dick. You little copycat. You little copycat. You a little copycat. I did call him that. I called him a little copycat. You're nothing but a little copycat. You're nothing but a little copycat. You're nothing but a little copycat. You little copycat. Yeah, you meow, little copycat. Because the thing is, I had a one night stand with someone before and you couldn't go down on them, mate. I mean, if it's your wife or someone you've been with for a long time, then, or they're a virgin, then it's different. What, you want to go down on a random ass woman? And if you don't do that, you're gay. Mate, a one night stand that I had, mate, you couldn't go down on them because their fanny absolutely stunk. So does that make me gay? Does that make me automatically like dick? Fucking copycat. Pair of fucking copycats. Pair of fucking copycats. Pack of copycats. Pack of copycats. Pack of little cats. Do you like that one? Do you like that one, you little copycat? Do you like that one, you little copycat? You little copycat? You little copycat? You little copycat. You little copy. You like Cheryl Cole, do you? You copycat. Cheryl Cole's driving. Yeah, copycat. Yeah, copycat me. Well, no, it is. Just because you don't want to eat a random woman's fanny out, that doesn't mean you're gay. What the fuck? That doesn't make you gay. You can finger them. You can pleasure people in other ways. Why the fuck would you want to eat some random ass fanny out? Yeah, this one wasn't an escort. All the escorts I've ever been with never stunk. They never stunk. But there was an escort, not an escort, sorry, from New Zealand that I had a one night stand with before, and her fanny stunk to the max. So there was no way I wasn't going to do it anyways. But still, if you're married and the person's a virgin and stuff, then yeah, sure. But you don't need to eat someone out, bro. Just like they don't like giving pleasure, you don't have to give pleasure to them. I've had one night stands that's not gave me a blowjob before. USA is he didn't give me a blowjob. At first, she wanted me to have sex with a condom. Sex with a condom. Why would you want sex with a condom? Well, I understand why, as in like STDs and pregnancy. No, I understand the purpose of condoms, but I mean, why would you? You wouldn't get anything out of it. Sex with a condom, really? Why would you want sex with a condom? That's not. It's not going to feel like anything. Why would you want that when you're not going to feel anything that good? Yeah, I know. Just I know, bro. It's disgusting. I know I've had it. But if you don't eat them out, you're gay. Yeah, but USA's he wasn't the brass, so that's that. Well, not why somebody would want a condom. Again, as I understand the purpose of them, but why would you want a condom when that's not going to feel good for you? That just doesn't make sense. All of the people that I've had sex with, they've never had condoms. I've never had condoms. There's no point in it. But yeah, this woman is a complete and utter feminist. So they're either white knights or simps or women that have been done wrong by women that they choose, and they get butthurt. They get butthurt. You know why I don't understand why these simps do it? Because women don't like them. The irony is, all of these people that argue with me, I've had more women than them. It just doesn't make it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It makes no sense whatsoever. All of these people that sit there and defend them have had less women than you. Why do they do it? It's got to be some autism in it. And then the women, they just been done wrong by men that they choose, and then they seem to think that they do no wrong. That's the vibe I'm getting. They just sit there and continuously. I feel sorry for them, but it is the men that they choose. It is the men that they choose to go for. Don't let them tell you that they don't know what these men are like. Fuck off, mate. They know they're drug dealers. They know they're scumbags. They know what they're about. They know a bit of what they're about, bro. Because, like I said, if that was the case, then I'd be getting women all the time. If you think about it, all the times I've tried, no, I don't know who that is, and I don't compare myself to other people, so I don't know who the fuck that is. I don't compare myself to strangers, so nothing anyone does winds me up. I don't compare myself. Complete waste of time. Comparing yourself to other people is a complete and utter waste of time. No, the women stuff doesn't wind me up. What winds me up is the people that keep dismissing your struggles. That's very, very annoying. It's them dismissing your struggles and the double standards. That's what winds me up. They don't wind me up. They're just dickheads that are all the same, bro. I don't expect anything less from them, bro. That doesn't wind me up. It's the people that constantly dismiss your struggles. It's very fucking annoying. Very fucking annoying. It might seem funny to you, and yeah, because you just feel like the boy who cried wolf, and it's very, 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 very fucking annoying. Sit there defending them, even though you show them black and white evidence. This woman's all of a sudden switched because I don't lick women's asses now. Now all of a sudden she's saying, "Oh, you done this wrong." I said, "Above, arrow above, look up. I've sent you screenshots." Got dismissed, as usual. It's like you're basically not a candidate in the argument. There's like no point of you being a participant because they just dismiss anything that you say or show. So is it really a point of it? Not really. You know, they don't admit when they've led people on, even though you've shown them black and white evidence. It's mad. You know, it's fucking insane. And if these women are really so butthurt about men, start picking better candidates. Stop picking better men and stop moaning about all men. Because we all know that it is the men that you choose. You choose these men. So stop fucking moaning. We don't choose to get led on. We don't choose to, you know, come across toxic women. And by we, I mean me. I don't choose that, but it happens time and time and time and time again, which is why I don't bother with them anymore. You actually choose these people. They choose these men and then moan about all men, and then they become feminists and they become people that hate men, but they choose these men. You don't choose these women. You understand? There's a big difference. Fucking absolute madness, bro. And like I said, obviously the double standards as well. Madness. It's very, very depressing. Very much gets you down having the same argument over and over and over and over again. I mean, I don't try because of them. You know, I shouldn't be told that I'm weak-minded because I don't want to deal with toxic, annoying women that play games. But then when a woman wants to give up because men that they choose, they're a legend. Fuck the lot of ya. That's what I'm going to title the video. You know? I stopped going out to stop dealing with these fucking dickhead cunting women. No, it's not. That's not healthy. It's the debates. It's the debates over and over and over again. That's not healthy. It's not them because they're just dickheads. You know, we can go out for a drink and we all know what's going to happen. We know what women are like. They're the same dickheads. We're over it now. When I got them 10 numbers and I didn't get a date, I was like, yep, there's no hope here. So anytime I go out and I try, it's I'm playing it at my own risk. So I've got no one to blame but myself. If I go out and I try, that's me taking a risk. That's my own because you know what they're like. You know they're all the same. So no one's really to blame but me. I'm talking about these debates where they keep dismissing your fucking struggles. I was speaking to this woman on fucking Reddit, Sayuri, yeah, and I showed her, and she was all right with me at first, a couple of weeks ago, and then all of a sudden, when I showed her like what women have done, she's like, "Nope, nope, nope, it's you, you're pushing, nope, nope, nope." Madness. Really? Well, you dismissed evidence. Yeah, yeah, but you dismissed evidence. So, I mean, I dismiss your opinions because my experiences contradict your opinions. You dismissed evidence, which is mad how someone can dismiss evidence. You will sit there until you're blue in the face and say that these women have not led people on when they have. Yeah, about 40, 50, yeah. And because I don't want to deal with their shit anymore, I'm weak. I'm weak-minded because I don't want to deal with their shit anymore. Not entirely sure that's what weak-minded means. I think that's the clever thing to do. And I think that's a man that has respect for themselves. But women will choose men. They will choose these dickhead men time and time and time again. These keep men that they keep going for. And then they will then give up and then they just go celibate. And then, oh, woe is me, get in there, women. All these men are cunts. The men that they choose. The double standards is insane, lad. It is mad. I'm going to do a video about this, bro. The white knight simps and bloody feminists. I'm sick of it, bro. I'm sick of it. I told her about this today. She just said they're ignorant. I said, why do these people keep dismissing your struggles? Nope, I'm not going out today, bro. I'm saving money. I ain't going out. I'm good, bro. I don't want to deal with them. I don't want to deal with women. They're all the same. But I need to be really, really bored to deal with them. I don't want to deal with them. They're all the same. I don't want to deal with them. So stop telling me to deal with them. I don't want to deal with them scumbags. I've got money and I've already had a job and I've already got money. You don't telling me to get money, bro. You don't know how much money I have. What do you mean get a job and get money? I've already got money. You don't know what I have. Same old conversation. Same old boring conversation. You don't know how much money I have. So why are you telling me to get money? And I've already had loads of money before and had a job. And right, we're having the same argument again. We're done with this. I'm gonna do my video. I'm gonna do my video later when that's it. And I'm gonna leave the comments open and no one's getting blocked. Simple. Get money. You don't know how much money I have. Bit ignorant to assume that someone's got no money. You don't know how much money people have. Why would you tell people to get money when you don't know how much money people have? That's ignorant. Very, very, very ignorant. Very, 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 very ignorant. You know? And I've also had a job and I can get a job anytime I want, but I don't need a job. Again, you don't know how much money I have. A few hundred or a few thousand. Again, you don't know how much money I have. I'll stick to my original thing. You do not know how much money that I have. And I've also had a job and lived by myself before. You're just constantly full of excuses when it comes to these women. But again, I'll stick to my original point. You don't know how much money I have. I could have £1 million. Who knows? I could have £1. You don't know how much money I have. It doesn't matter how much money I have, but I'm saying you don't know how much money I have. So, yeah, exactly. And that's another thing. Why are you telling people to get a job when you're just going to report people if they got a job? Maybe I do have a job. It's none of your business how much I have. I'm not telling you it's none of your business. And that's another good point as well. Maybe I do have a job. This guy's just made a very good point. Maybe I do have a job. How do you know I don't have a job? How do you know I don't work part-time? It's not like anyone's going to tell you. Yeah, that's another good thing. You made a good point there as well. You remember that time when I showed all that money in cash and you started trying to get people's money stopped? You think anyone would tell you jealous people what they have? You know? There's some stuff going on that I don't tell you. Do you think I tell you everything? No. Because we know what you jealous little freaks are like on here. Jealous little freaks. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. None of your business. That's for me to know and you to never find out. Why do you tell people to get a job anyways, and then when they work, you you report them, or when they've got more money than when they show more money than you report them? Jealousy. Jealous little bastards. Like anyone would tell you anything. Yeah. I knew that at the old house when you tried to get people's money stopped multiple times. Fucking jealous little fat ugly people. But what I'm saying is, yeah, stop talking. Stop assuming things about people that you don't know. You'll go far in life. It doesn't matter if you didn't report me; someone did. So simple as that. So what? When you get a job, so in your eyes, if you have a job and you've got tens of thousands of pounds, women are going to stop being stuck up bitches and stop pretending they've got boyfriends. You know, I've lived every bit of life. I've been skint. I've had loads of money. I've had moderate amount of money. I've worked. I live by myself. You know, I've been like everything in my life. You do realize that? Yeah. And it really made no difference. Women are all the same stuck up cunts. So, stuck up little dickheads that cause nothing but trouble. Yeah, they're all dickheads, stuck up dickheads. No, they don't. No, they won't. And I've already done experiments of this. No, they don't. Anyways, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I know my experiences. So, whatever you want to believe, you believe. I don't give a fuck. No, I'm not going to get into this. We're going to stop this now because this is when it starts becoming unhealthy. I'm not going to sit here and try to persuade you my experiences, whatever, bro. I don't give a fuck what you want to believe. So, right, moving on now. I've had my experiences and you're not going to tell me otherwise. So, we're moving on now. You're not going to bully me into thinking your way. So, that's that. Moving on. We're moving on now. So, yeah. Moving on now, UK asylum. What I don't understand is UK asylum, right? Is you got all of these people trying to make you believe, right? But how many times have you gave these women the benefit of the doubt? It should be the women that are proving you wrong, not these random accounts. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like whatever they say or whatever I say is like whatever. But you've given them the benefit of the doubt more times than anybody in the world, and they all prove that they're all the same. So I don't really understand the whole point of it. They can say one thing, women will always prove they're the same. Every week, every month, every year. So does it? I don't understand what your goal is here in the whole like conversation. You can say one thing, they'll do another, and they will always do another. So it's strange. Because all I'm thinking about is when these accounts are typing, I'm sat there reading what they're saying. I'm thinking, well, fuck, bro, like you've been all over the country. You've gave women the benefit of the doubt multiple times. Why are you dismissing that? Like that in itself speaks volume that you've probably tried more than anyone in the world. With women, they are, yeah. Well, yeah, with women, and especially with women as well. With women, they are as well. But then they still defend them. It must have been how they were raised. I think maybe it's how these people were raised. Maybe my where my dad died, right? I'm not um I'm not brainwashed into thinking their way, and I've seen it for what it is. Maybe it's something like that, bro, because it does seem strange how all of these people that have had less women than you will still sit there and defend them, even if they're virgins as well. Even virgins do it. So maybe it's because maybe where my dad died or something, I haven't been brainwashed into thinking a way that's not true, mind you. Maybe it's something like that because it's weird how there's more people out there doing this now than not doing it. So maybe it's something to do with that, and maybe I learnt these things myself instead of having a father brainwashing you into thinking that women are not all the same or whatever when they're fucking not. So in a way, I kind of brought myself because I don't understand why people would do it. Yep, yeah, they're jealous little fat ugly people in here, bro. You know this, I know this. You know it, and I know it. Yeah, yeah, but I'm not gonna do that because it's pointless, bro. I'm not gonna do that because it's pointless. The double standards are just insane, bro. Are just absolutely insane. But they don't like incels. You know? They treat them like they're toddlers or babies. If they were toddlers or babies, then I could be like, yeah, okay, well, they're innocent, they're babies, they're children, but they're not. They're adults. But they still seem to think in their head that they can't do anything wrong. Like, you show them leading you on. Well, how did they lead you on? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Like, there's always, like, the conversation the other day took all day, bro. It generally took all day just because they wouldn't want to admit that. Yeah, I called a guy a little copycat on Reddit. I said, well, I'm gay because I don't want to go down on a woman. Little copycat. You're a little copycat. I sent him a video and he didn't fucking. Yeah, he's a copycat. Wants to fit in with the crowd. It's not this virgin boy that's a copycat. Oh, you little copycat. 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 Oh, man. That's why I've always preferred dogs, because they don't copy each other. Yeah, man, I'll be back later anyways. I'm trying to find this guy on Reddit before I do this video. I'm going to do this video, bro, because this is... so they're either white knights, simps, or they're feminists. But they get sympathy even though it's the men that they choose. So we need to talk about a lot of stuff in this video. Breezy will love it. Sit there and constantly defend women just for being women. Mad. Fucking mad. Anyways, I'll be back in a bit, yeah.